Hello, everybody. How you doing? um, I think I got the internet squared away. I had to pay kind of a ridiculous bill in order to get to the point where I can change the actual thing. So, I kind of wanted to get on here and just see what the internet was like and if you guys are seeing any like fuck ups with the internet or anything like that too. Um, and um, I am on here right now as well for selfish reasons because nothing seems glitchy good. Just the tonic I need. Hi, welcome back. Oh, is this just a test? Chasey, hey, what's up? No, this is me just needing you guys to kind of get my mind off of shit. Um, Something happened today that I don't know if I necessarily ever dealt with fully, and some stuff brought it back to the forefront, and I dealt with it, and now I just feel loss, and it sucks. And so yeah, so I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to come in and have you guys like talk about all sorts of good fun stuff and get my mind in a better place because this fucking sucks. Oh man. Goddamn. And I put some brandy in my coffee to try to chill that part out. But yeah. So I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on here in a second, or else I'm not gonna be able to read what the fuck you guys are saying. So, but thank you guys for being here. And thank you for saying that, Chasey. No, I am not all right. uh, no, I am not. Um, there's a fine line between making bad decisions and um, having mental health issues and knowing when to um, take responsibility and shit like that. And it kind of sucks, you know. And then there's the other side of it where, like, you don't want to take all the blame for a bad situation because it's not always all your fault, but um, blaming yourself is usually a lot easier than blaming other people. So there's that. Um, was that on that channel, like Author of the Year or whatever? Because I saw that they did a show yesterday that I thought was about it. And then today I actually saw that they were doing one about the dude. Yeah. Has that been escalating or whatever to the fact that she needs to keep doing multiple 4-hour live streams about it? The thing I don't get about that is that dude seems to be able to churn out books pretty quick. So what the fuck does it matter if someone said something nasty about one of your books? Just write another fucking book. And I know he did and then dedicated it to her, but even then, write another book. Just fucking move on, bro. She's reacting to the videos made, which takes a while. Yeah, for real. Oh, what a shit show that whole thing is, dude. God damn. Oh, sorry, guys. There's a good possibility that this stream is going to be long, awkward pauses with me um, doing this shit. So, apologies in advance. Oh, fuck. Hey, Mindy, how you doing? We're gonna do a Zoom call later tonight, like probably in about 2 or 3 hours from now. And maybe I will then, but I don't know. I haven't been wanting to write a lot of this stuff out. Um, and because it's really heavy and basically, oh shit, I don't know if I want to talk about it yet. What did Chasey say? I made a Substack and got 3 subscribers, sent my first newsletter, lost all my subscribers. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna write about it and work through it. It's just right now it's hard and fresh, you know. Chasey, what the fuck did your newsletter say? I'm glad you did the newsletter. That's awesome. I'll go sub to your Substack. I never like search Substack for things. Like the only time I'm ever like on Substack is when it's something that I've already subscribed to for something else. Um, Paul, how's it going, man? Oh, shit. I'll look for you. Is your name the same on there? Substack is like kind of I don't want to say the new trendy place, but it kind of took over for Patreon, I think. It's like a place where you can post. It basically does everything Patreon does, but for some reason, the lit community gravitated towards it when it came out. So a lot of big time like article writers and journalists and other writers have their own Substack where they share their thoughts, and then have tiers where you could get certain extra things on there, like the Sleep Ricketts secret shows on there. And that's the only reason why I ended up on Substack. I've never done anything on it, but I have an account so I could listen to that. So maybe I should. I have no idea. Oh, let's see. You've been listening to Cypress Hill as you do. Well, there you go. Let me see if I can do this. Get that as you do. Yeah, okay. I showed my crazy too soon. I did it for protection. Like, hey, I'm schizophrenic, so I can be forgiven, but it backfired. Oh, shit. Well, fuck those people. Jimmy, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, and honestly, like, I don't mean to say this in a crass way or anything like that, or make this negative a positive or whatever, but it's actually a good thing that that happened, because you want the people who are on your list to be people who really like you and like what you're doing. So like whenever like I send an email out, like an email blast or whatever, and people unsubscribe, I'm kind of glad. I'm bummed out, but I'm also glad, because then I know that the next time I send an email out, I'm going to have a better open rate and a better click through rate, because the people who are getting it want to get it, as opposed to having a couple people here and there totally not interested. Oh, shit. Yeah. Today, what I'm writing, I don't know. We're gonna do a workshop in about 3 hours, and we're gonna do some shit there, looking for the elusive inspiration. Well, if you want some inspiration, think about what's up, Jeff? Is everything going okay with you, man? Did all that shit get worked out? But yeah, if you want something to write about when you finally had to say goodbye to something that you either never thought you were going to have to say goodbye to, or that maybe you didn't want to say goodbye to, no matter how much you knew you should. So there's some inspiration for you, because I think everyone could fucking relate to that. Have you drank water and eaten anything? That's my go-to when I have big emotions. Actually, thank fuck, I ate this morning, which is really weird. I typically don't even have breakfast till like 2 or 3, but I woke up early today, and I was like, you know what? I should go get a breakfast burrito from Maggie's. And um, so I went and got a breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee and came home and then had to deal with a bunch of shit that I didn't know I was going to have to deal with today. And it's a good thing I ate, because if I didn't eat then, I don't think I would have eaten today at all, with everything that's going on. So um, I would have just not thought about it. It would have just, and then that would have been it. But yeah, just moderately grieving loss, I guess, is the best way to put it. You know, like when you, I don't know why I'm beating around the bush so fucking hard. You guys all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I don't know why I'm being fucking weird about it. But like, you know, when you break up with somebody, a relationship ends, there's all of these lingering pieces that mean, like, you're like, okay, well, me and this person are done, but like they still have stuff here, or like their mail is still coming here, or there's always some little fucking connection, like little string. Um, Caitlin. Yeah, well, it's kind of like I've talked little bits about this in the past here and there. Um, and it's been bothering me because this has been going on for months and months. And, but basically, today I just did the, um, like, there's no reason for us to speak anymore. I wish that wasn't how it was going to be, but that's how it is. I'm not going to reach out to you again. Like, I hope you have a wonderful life. And that whole thing. And just said goodbye. And that was a lot harder. Like, it was easy when I did it, but then afterwards, um, like the weight of that um, hit pretty hard. I can't read the comments right now. My eyes are all full of fucking shit. So I'll get those in a second. It just sucks because, like, with the exception of my first wife being a deadbeat, I've never wished ill towards any of my exes. I always like hope that like we could be close and at least friendly, you know? Like I've never understood why, if you care so much about somebody and somebody's such an important part of your life, that suddenly like they're not, and that's just it. Like, that always seems really fucking cold to me. And it's not like I want to fucking hang out with you and be your friend and fucking like go bowling and start a fucking, I don't know, like some kind of, I don't know, whatever the fuck people do when they're friends. Okay. It's not like I'm saying I want to do that, but just know that, like, you know, like You can call me if you ever need to talk, or like I can hit you up if like I want to go get coffee one day or something like that. Like just simple normal shit that like normal human interaction can do, you know? But like most people aren't like that. And even when it's a thing where you weren't the main cause of something, the other person still doesn't want that. It's like it's shocking. Um let me see. Did you have to step back in and relive it to know it's done? Um you probably said that before I explained a little bit. It wasn't having to step back in. It was the fact that I had to say goodbye, I guess. It's just sad. Let's see. Paul, fix me up here. Let's see. I'm just talking with a friend, a good friend in Oklahoma, who's a big weed dealer and musician, and he wants to do my songs. And he has 3.5 million followers, so that's good. He's going to come over and I can record him. Then I may go back and stay in Oklahoma and sell weed. He has a license in Clinics Big Grow, so it should be good. Damn, dude. I got 5150. That's why I left LA, so it'll be good to get back to the States. God damn, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. I think dealing with loss is the hardest thing in life. Yeah. And Jeff, dude, I am fucking horribly fucking sorry, bro. That is some real life shit right there. And damn, that fucking sucks, bro. Um, do you have anything you're looking at? Like anything on the horizon? Let's see. Caitlin says, no matter how much I complained about my ex husband, I still very much cared about him. He was in my favorites in my phone. I went to visit him in the mortuary when he killed himself back in August. Holy shit. I struggle with his loss daily, especially since my son with him is 9. That's fucking tragic. That is fucking tragic. I am really sorry to hear that. Fuck. Well, this party sure fucking went down the toilet. Sorry, guys. This is an interesting little feature here. I have this thing coming up saying that there is going to be an ad for some of you soon. So that's interesting. That's never happened before. Um, Chasey says, when everything feels so finite, we hang on for any small thing, like you say, coffee, etc. On the upside, you weren't ghosted. Um, yeah, I guess on the upside, I wasn't ghosted. Um, I kind of was ghosted, sort of. Like, I'm not really. Like, I don't fucking know. It is what it is, and I guess in like 5, 4, 3, 2, I'll see in a minute. I guess I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know if you guys are still here or not. Fucking hell. That was weird. That's never happened before. Nothing happened. Okay. Whatever. That was fucking weird. Um, that was, oh, you are back. So it happened for some, but not all. That is really fucking weird. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Chasey said, I was trying to make you laugh. You did a good job. Like, seriously, that was good. Let me see. I feel your loss, even though the other person is still alive. That gap will always be there. Yeah. I really hope that's something that can just like, I don't know, cement over or something. I don't know. Time will tell. Doesn't matter. Deep in the reads. Hello, how are you doing? I mean, a pity party still counts, right? Yeah, no shit. Still a party. Yeah, dude, the breakup happened a while ago. That's like why this is weird that I'm even giving a shit right now. Like, this is not a recent thing. That's why this is fucking weird. So, I don't know. So yeah, so that's that. Um, it's just funny too, and I know some of you will be able to relate with this, but the longer you're away from someone, all of the horrible things they did or the shitty things they did that made you not want to be in that situation, those thoughts start kind of disappearing and you tend to just remember the good times, you know? And so I think the problem I'm going to have here is that she was very quick to remind me of like the horrible times. So like whenever like I would be like, "Oh, how's she doing? I should check in on her." I would check in on her and within like 5 seconds I would go, "Oh yeah, that's why we're not really talking much anymore." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, like that's right. Um like I had a hard time getting along with you during certain times and stuff like that." But when you're not around the person, you kind of I don't know, like kind of rose tinted glasses, like romanticize the good times. Um but yeah, it's still sad like having to say goodbye. Um it always kind of hurts, dude. Even when it's like goodbye on good terms, like it's still it's a bit of a twist of the knife, you know. Jimmy, what are you saying here? I find it difficult dealing with loss and loneliness. I feel what I have gone through so deeply, but I see others' sorrow and I feel like I should remain quiet. Hey Art, how you doing, man? And then more from Jimmy here. When I was studying psychology for a degree I couldn't afford, yeah, no shit. My fave professor would refer to that as holding tickets. Despite anything good, some people will hold on to. Oh, for the fucking thing about like remembering the good times and not the bad, those negative things you did, but you never held into those things that they did. Yeah, I hear what you mean there. I hear what you mean there. Um, and it's funny, like right now, I want to defend her. Like, go, hey guys, listen, like that wasn't really as bad as I made it sound right there, you know? And it really wasn't. It was just, people grow apart and like have like different paths in life that they want to go down. And a lot of times when that split happens, as much as like you want to be supportive for that split and like still like be a support system for that person going into that new direction, it's sometimes awkward and complicated and it makes things weird. So it just is what it is. And honestly, I just didn't want to sit here bawling crying for the next 3 hours, so I started a live stream. And you guys are fucking gold. and you have really made this moment a lot easier for me. So I appreciate you guys. Let's see. It makes it difficult to forgive each other, and it makes it easy for someone to win an argument to keep their personal morale. Yeah, I just think all that's bullshit. Um, like I just don't understand why that's important to certain people. It's just, it is what it is. Oh, Brian, what's up, man? I am without wisdom on this or other topics. Your feelings do you credit, your, not your. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey, just um, you guys being here is very cool, and I appreciate it. So, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm late again. So is everyone's period, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're just talking about me trying to not like bawl my eyes out. Um, and grief and loss. Um, I think that's the quickest catching people up to something I've ever fucking done. So yeah, so that's pretty good. Very direct and to the point. I like that. Good job, me. I'll rewind. He's like, Ugh. Come for the live stream notifications, stay for the emotional support. Yeah, seriously. You guys are fucking hysterical. So did anyone do anything cool this last weekend? Art. Yeah, about painting live streams. I typically like the last like few times I've been painting, I streamed them. So it's kind of like whenever I get the bug to do that, that's when I'll do that. I don't really plan those. I just do them when I feel what's the word? Like when I have that urge, I'll do that. This was the first time online I talked about my ex's passing. So thank you. Help me over that hurdle. Shit. Well, I hope that was an okay thing. Like, I hope that wasn't like a bad thing. Ooh, I went to a Cree retelling of Macbeth. The play is called Paw a Can, if you want to look it up. I'm sure I butchered that. Then it was Thanksgiving here in Canada, so I hung out with family. Oh shit! Well, awesome. Happy day for you. Um, let's see. Booker says a week ago I was at Oktoberfest in Munich, drinking a huge beer and pretending I understood German. Oh, dude, yeah, I hear you. Paul, I rented a van and moved my friend. Then in the morning, taking the van back. Two guys couldn't rent one, so I just worked for them for the day. It was a good dude, but fun. Nice. Hopefully, you got some pizza and beer. Actually, I don't know what they do, like when somebody helps you move over there. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Jimmy says, basically, my professor said that you have to just let people do what they do. And while you forgive them of stuff, you should forgive yourself for the stuff they blame you for. Sorry for the excess. Don't even apologize, bro. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. I bought an Xbox Series S and downloaded Starfield and have been mind melting this week. Holy shit. So that's been fun, I take it. We spent all day listening to my songs and smoking loads of big blunts. Well, there you go. You can't really ask for much more than that. I hope Starfield is a blast. I spent all Sunday on the couch rewatching all the Friday the 13th movies. Dude, that is seriously not a bad way to kill a fucking day. Not a bad way to kill a fucking day. That's good, dude. It's been a while since I rewatched all those. I actually have all of those on my shelf, and I was like thinking, I'm like, do I keep these or do I get rid of them? What do I do with these? This Friday is the 13th. Yeah. A Friday the 13th in October. That's so fun. Fuck, if this was 10 years ago, I might like light something on fire, you know? I rewatch them every year where October 13th is a Friday. Nice. Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. So I will just throw this out there. It's so frustrating that there's only 12 of them. Well, do you watch? Let me see, because there's Jason X and then Freddy versus Jason and then the remake, right? So that would be 12. Trying to think if there's a way that you could like fix that. Man, yeah, I don't think you can. There's got to be. You could watch Friday the 13th, the series, and then be like, oh, this kind of sucks. Serving out supper to 18,000 children. That's a bunch, dude. Which Friday is my favorite? When I was a kid, it was A New Blood, which is part 7, because I thought Jason looked so fucking cool in that one. Because you could like see his like kneecap and his ribs and all sorts of shit. I thought he just looked really cool. Then as I got older, I really started to have an affinity for basically part 4, but 2, 3, and 4. And there was times when part 3 was my favorite and times when part 2 was my favorite. But I think because like I used to be like a huge Kane Hodder fan, and then I think Richard Brooker, who played Jason in part 3, I think he was the best like looking Jason. Like the way he moved, like how tall he was, like just menacing in general. There are some logistical issues with part 3 if you take the series as a whole. And there are many logic holes in a lot of the movies, but there are a couple things from part 3 that don't make sense with the rest of the movies. So there are ways you can talk your way out of it, and I've done that. But yeah, let me see. I watch Scarface all the time for lifestyle tips. That's a good one. Let's see. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah. Friday starring Ice Cube. Yeah, that's how you could get around it. That's how you could get to 13. Just watch Friday as the 13th film. There you go. I think the only slasher movie I like is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, unless you count Alien. Well, Alien is very much a slasher movie. Like, as far as like the formula of how a slasher movie works, That definitely is. And then if you've ever seen It, The Terror from Beyond Space, um, Alien is kind of like a retelling of that movie, which again is set up like with the slasher body count formula. It's a good old flick, dude. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, that was one of my three favorite movies for years. Like for years and years and years, my three favorite movies were Texas Chainsaw, Psycho, and Bride of Frankenstein. I thought those were the best movies ever. Um, I've added a lot more to that list since then, but yeah. Um, I'm partial to four myself, with part six being a close second. See, Jason Lives, part six, that one is fun, but it like there are some hokey moments in it. And hokey's fine. Like it was very tongue in cheek. It's the first one where Jason is definitely like a supernatural being. Um and that kind of makes everything fun. I'm not a huge fan of the gloves, like the work gloves and the belt. Like that whole thing I thought was a little weird. Like but again, that's just me. Um I like the first one best. The last scene scared the crap out of me. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I remember the first time I saw that, I fucking like lost my goddamn mind. Jason Takes Manhattan, mommy. Yeah, Jason Takes Manhattan is fun, and that's another one that um, creates a bit of a logic gap. Um, there's some high winds happening right now, and it's fucking up a bunch of my shit. I hear pages flying off of stuff. That drives me crazy. But yeah, part eight. Yeah, I remember when part eight came out, and that made an issue for me between part eight and part nine because that was the first time when there wasn't a very like through line from this movie to this movie because the end was so fucking stupid. But if you have, I don't know if you guys have like the Blu-ray thing. I don't know which editions that this has been in, but there is an alternate ending to part eight. And if I remember correctly, it works better. But the way I get around the ending of part eight is that the people who are alive witnessing the end are so high because they were drugged that that's what they saw. And that's how I get out of that logic gap. Um, and then part nine is a whole other kind of shitstorm. I think as a standalone movie, it's really good. As a part of a series, it's kind of problematic, but but it's cool. Let me see. I haven't watched any of the Friday the 13th movies. I did recently pick up the first one, so I'll watch that on Friday. Oh, you're going to have so much fun. It's such a fun movie. I haven't. Oh, wait, I just read that. Hot take Prometheus is the second best alien movie. All right, I'll give you that. Do you guys hear all my pages flying away? Oh, I'm gonna have the biggest mess to fucking clean up, dude. Why do I do the things I do? Oh, The Thing probably counts as a slasher too, kinda. Probably, yeah, yeah, I could see that. I want to go back and watch The Thing. What was it? What was the original called? The Thing from Outer Space? Is that what it was called? the movie where just like people were constantly opening and shutting doors to build up to the big scene that when you finally open a door and then the aliens there. That's great. That is great. I've never seen a Friday the 13th movie or any slasher movies. Oh, dude, you're missing out. I do have a soft spot for all the really shitty 80s ones like Nail Gun Massacre or is it Movie Theater Massacre? It has another name too. But there are some really bad ones that are just so bad they're good. Um, no single point, and this is from Adam here, no single point of continuity in the Friday movies has ever been maintained, as well as that single axe mark Jason takes to his mask in part three. Yeah, but as me being like totally like ADD and shit like that and OCD, I try to make it work. Because I always felt that Jason was like the Frankenstein of my generation, like um, the misunderstood monster and all this other shit. Um, and like obviously Freddy would be the Dracula because he does a lot of talking like Dracula. Um, and then kind of after that, like who fucking cares really, right? I missed a lot of slasher movies since I started dating my wife in '85. Oh, dude, but you had '81 and '82. Those were like the best years ever. Like, yeah, like 1980 was good, but the peak was '81. Like, there was like two or three slasher movies released in theaters every weekend that entire year. And I think through '82 as well. And then '83 saw the drop off. And then really all you had after that were sequels of established properties. But those first 3 years in the '80s, man, that was like fucking gold, gold. Like if you ever, I can't remember what the website is. It's like newspaper.com or something like that. And it's just archives of papers from across the country. And it might even be worldwide. But if you go back and look at like newspaper ads from like 1980 and 1981, like on the like Friday paper and shit, it is just like just full of like ads for all of these fucking movies. It's fucking great. It's absolutely amazing. Uh oh, an ad just got inserted. I don't know if you guys are all here. Let me see. Yep, the original is great too. Lots of crosstalk and dialogue, like 12 Angry Men with a monster. Oh, are we talking about the thing from another world or the thing from outer space or whatever it's called? It totally is like that, for real. I love that. I fucking love that. Leatherface is the mad scientist of our generation. Well, he's definitely the Stitch and bitch of our generation for sure, dude. The Saw movies are fun. Yeah, I liked the continuity in the Saw movies up to a certain point, but I can't remember what the last one I saw was. So I'm sure I'm like super behind by now, but yeah, that's kind of one of my like 80s, 70s and 80s horror is like kind of one of my one points that I know a lot of information about. Um, I haven't seen Saw 10 yet or Saw X. Are they having the same problem with that they had with Jason X? Like, is it Jason X or is it Jason 10? Because like the other ones weren't called Jason, so it's like Rambo First Blood Part 2. It's like, and then Rambo 3. Like the other movies weren't called Rambo, but Rambo 3 was called Rambo 3. And like Jason X or Jason 10, um, Jason's name was really only used in part 9 and then in the subtitles for part um 6, and 8. It gets increasingly convoluted and stupid after Saw 2, but yeah, they maintain their stupid, nonsensical continuity pretty well. But it's one of those things where at the end of the movie, they go like, "Here, check out this flashback, so you'll know that this part actually happened in part 5." And you're like, "Oh, wow, at least they tried." It's definitely convoluted as fuck, but it gives you like a little present for paying attention and being a part of the series, like staying on board that whole time. And I appreciate getting gifts from the filmmakers for people who've stuck along for the thing. Yeah, seriously, if you guys have never seen the first Saw movie, um, that was at the end of that movie, I was like jaw on the floor, and you could never pull that off. They almost pulled it off a couple different times in the series, but fuck, dude, I was just like, what? I was like, fucking hell, dude. I don't really understand how they pulled that off, but whatever. Ugh, I could just hear. Yep. Can you hear paper falling, guys? Just random sheets of paper hitting the floor at different speeds. Yeah, that is going to be something I'm going to have to deal with here in a second. Saw 1 is great. The only one worth watching, in my opinion, but I've only seen up to 5. I think that's how most people feel. They only see up to 5. Do you like Hostel? No. And I don't really like Eli Roth because Eli Roth, Art, here's the paper. Okay, so Eli Roth, my problem with Eli Roth is he comes up with something really gross in his head, like a scene. And he's like, oh, dude, I should write a whole movie around this. And then writes some very shallow, vapid screenplay around some really gruesome torture porn looking thing. And now that I said the P word, there will probably not be any more ads on this stream. But the other thing about him is that he's a total bro, like in the worst sense of the word. So I don't think he understands what makes a sympathetic character. And when you watch his movies, you realize that every character in the movie is a piece of shit. And so it makes it really hard to invest in the survival of someone who is kind of a piece of shit. And I think that is a direct reflection of who he is and how he is in regards to interacting with other humans. So, that's why he's the Jew Baron and Glorious Bastards. Do you read Seta Kane? That was awesome, dude. I love that, dude. What was that? In the Mouth of Madness? Is that what it's called? That was a great fucking movie, dude. I love that. The Hostel movies are brutal, but that's all they got going for them. At least Saw had an interesting serial killer. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Eli Roth. Like, I thought Cabin Fever was way overrated, and I don't know. I could tell you guys a little story. So one year, I went to the Igor Awards. I don't know if they still do it, but it's like a horror movie awards thing that they do at Universal. And I think it's usually on the first night of Halloween Horror Nights. And we were at a table, and Eli Roth was there with his mom. And I think Toby Hooper was at the table too. And he was really kind and generous and just like a very sweet man. But Eli Roth won some award, and I don't remember what the fuck it was for. And his mom started clapping, and he turned and he fucking like put his finger out and he yelled at her and told her like to like shut up or not to do this. He just like completely like something you would see like a little like 11-year-old kid who's mad at his mom for not buying him a toy do. And I just like at that moment, and I already thought he was kind of overrated anyway, but at that moment, I like completely lost respect for him. But so yeah, so that's interesting. That was fun. Let me see. Oh, hey, since we're talking horror, have you ever seen more film snob type horror movies like Lake Mungo? Bug is another really good one. I don't know about Lake Mungo. Is Bug the one where like they're in like a hotel or something and like either they're infested or it like crawls in their skin or something like that? I feel like I have seen that, but I remember when I saw it, I thought this is exactly like this other movie. And I couldn't remember the name of the other movie right now. But I think that's the same movie. Is it fucking the Walmart baby chick? What's her fucking name that I used to think was really hot? What was her name? Ashley Judd. Is that who's in that? Dude, I'm pulling some stuff out of the fucking gray matter right here, guys. Let's see. Watch yesterday. Hustle is wicked brutal, but like to the point where it almost takes the place of needing a plot. Yeah, for real. Because again, it's just a bunch of little scenes. But the one thing I'll say about Hostel and Eli Roth is that Eli Roth is a total fanboy. Eli Roth is the Tony Khan of filmmaking. Just like Tony Khan is the Eli Roth of wrestling. But I'm trying to remember what I was going to say about it. Oh, but Hostel, like Takashi Miike's in it. Like he has a cameo in it, and fucking the most beautiful woman who ever existed, fucking Edwidge Fenech, is in fucking Hostel. And if you don't know enough about Edwidge, like, dude, $5 for an August Moon, Strange Vice and Mrs. Ward. Is she in Case of the Scorpion's Tail? All the Colors of the Dark, Strip Nude for Your Killer. She was in a bunch of Jali and then did a bunch of like sex comedies like post 1975 and then got back into like TV thrillers after that. But she is just like one of the most amazing creatures that have ever walked the face of the earth. Yes, that's Bug. And if you haven't seen Lake Mungo, it's so worth your time. Very subdued. The name sounds super familiar, but I've seen a lot of movies with the word lake in it. So I will like check out like a poster or a trailer for it to see. She was good in those crime suspense movies. Oh, Jimmy knows what's up. Like Josh Whedon. What is the Josh reference to? I feel like I've said like 1,000 things. Is Josh Whedon as hot as Edwidge Fenech? Is that what we're saying? Oh, Edwidge. Why couldn't we have been alive at the same time? Which we are, but like, you know what I'm saying. Oh, in reference to douchey creators. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm trying to think of like the last good horror movie I seen. A fanboy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I get you. I get you. Um, The Lighthouse isn't necessarily a horror movie, but that was pretty interesting. That was an interesting watch. Um, but yeah, now I want to go look up a bunch of movies. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. At 6 o'clock, I'm going to send all of the Anarchy crew and higher tier members a Zoom link for a writing Zoom workshop. And so, if you guys are not in the Anarchy crew, if you want to jump on that, you can. I need to find a job. Fuck yeah, dude. Fingers crossed for you on that. But I'm going to split now so I could get some stuff done before the Zoom. And I will catch you guys all there. I just want to thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for hanging out with me and getting my mind on other things. I appreciate you guys so much, more than you know. You guys have really helped me today. So thank you. Mwah. I appreciate it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.